Greetings, theists and non-theists. I am the Atheist Paladin. Today, the person, the victim, the man who is going to be pawned today is no other than Gorilla199. His video is called Einstein Was an Idiot, but he does nothing but make himself a fool. Let's go ahead and watch as he puts his foot in his mouth.
Einstein was an idiot. He was also a Freemason. Same thing. He was also a scientist. Same thing, again. Because, you see, unfortunately, scientists, official scientists, love to tell us lies and love to tell us things which are completely untrue, a fact. And they say that this is a fact because this theory was made by this person who was so intelligent, and
they do not assert anything true simply because an intelligent person asserted it as true, or as some sort of an explanation. It's called the scientific theory. You begin with an observation. You observe a phenomenon. You create a hypothesis, and then you go into testing it. And if the test plays out your predictions, if it's accurate to your predictions, then you move on. If not, you figure out another way. And you keep doing this until you actually create a theory. Once that theory is created, it actually better explains the universe and how it works. Just like the theory of gravity. You're not going to say that they're asserting this because some smart person. No. This is the same thing with Einstein. It explains gravity. And every piece of new data is explainable within its framework. And it better explains, guess what, the universe. So, I don't know where you're getting this bullshit.
Just watch this. I was watching this on YouTube concerning Einstein and his theories. Now, listen to what happens here.
Contrary to what we learned at primary school, the shortest distance between 2 points isn't necessarily a straight line.
Now, first of all, he has just said that contrary to what we have learned at primary school, okay, which berates a fact and makes it appear to be childlike knowledge, that the shortest distance between 2 points is not a straight line. Yes, it is.
Okay, how about you do this? How about you dig through the earth until you get where you're going? Because the earth is a globe. Because anytime you go across the surface of the earth, you're following a curve. You're not traveling straight. And that's sort of like the point. Even if you travel in a straight line in Einstein's universe, you're not really traveling in a straight line because space-time is curved. It is something essential that they're pointing to. And again, you're gonna, when you get there, you're gonna completely misunderstand it.
So massive objects bend space itself.
Oh dear. Anyway, for those of you who read the Bible and believe God and don't believe men and tares, because they are amongst us and they are here to deceive us, just like God said, that there is, the whole world will be deceived. Okay? Now, God said that he hangs the earth on nothing. Space is a void. It is nothing. You cannot curve nothing. Now, if this theory were correct, and you see the way that it's been portrayed for you, you have a flat plane, a flat grid, and there's a planet, a globe, on this flat grid. And we're meant to believe that this flat grid curves. Okay, so there's your grid, there's the planet, and it will curve like this once the planet is on it. That's completely ridiculous. That wouldn't be so. Just think about that for just one moment. That would mean that space has an up and a down, which it does not. It's a void. It's a nothing. It would also mean, of course, that the people who are at the north side of the Earth would be affected by gravity, but the people on the south side would be squashed by what the Earth is resting on. Yeah? It makes no sense. It's a ridiculous theory. It cannot possibly be true because you cannot bend nothing.
And now here's the crowning glory of your ignorance. What they're showing is not to be taken as something as a literal physical thing, as in like a bowling ball on a trampoline. It's called an analogy, you fucktard. Okay? They're taking three-dimensional space and then collapsing it into two and using that as an explanation, as a visual representation to help you understand the concept which is being preached here. Mass curves space. And then you simply assert, oh, no it doesn't, you can't curve nothing. Well, kind of funny, just after 4 years after general relativity, the first postulate of curving space has been proven by actual solar eclipse. They took a solar eclipse and they looked around the sun. Since the sun was darkened out, you can now see around the sun. Well, apparently they were able to see stars where they should have known that it was directly behind the sun. I guess because of the gravity of the sun, the light bended around you. What is most pathetic is that the demonstration of it is directly behind you. So we have your idiocy right here. You seem to not understand what Einstein theory did. Until Newton, until Einstein, Newton was the only explanation of gravity, and he couldn't explain the whole thing. He couldn't explain the orbit of Mercury without some fudge factoring. Einstein's theory completely explained the orbit of Mercury. And the fact of the matter is that Einstein's theories are now today very practical if you wanted to get anything done. Say, put a satellite in orbit. Newton's theories wouldn't put a rocket in the air. It turns out general relativity is used. Oh, how about GPS? Oh, wait, atomic clocks run just a little bit faster outside of Earth's gravity. Can you explain that? Or how about the fact that light tends to go bluer as it falls into a gravity well and comes out a little bit redder as it goes out of a gravity well? All these things are necessary to get satellites working. Einstein theories. Today, we could be anywhere without that in astronomy and anything else, really. Because of gravitational lensing, we now know where all the dark matter is in our galaxy, since it doesn't give it any light, but gravity distorts the bending of light. But of course, it must be all lies, Gorilla199, because you can't bend nothing unless there was something there. Can you really explain any of this shit that we're finding today? No, you can't. And what the fact of the matter is, space is not a void. If you look on the most smallest scale possible, you'll see some sort of what is called quantum vacuum fluctuations. Particles are going in and out of existence, coming in and then annihilating each other and going out, with no explanation, nothing there. Space itself seems to be some sort of energy that we can't explain right now. We don't know why these things happen, but they do. And you have no better explanation except simply denying its existence. Finally, you end your video in saying that Einstein pleaded Roosevelt to build the hydrogen bomb, or the atom bomb, more correctly. Well, this is simply not true. Actually, the opposite happened. After the atomic bomb was built, he pleaded it for it not to be used. Obviously, he's failed.